As you probably guessed, it happens to be an electric car underneath charging. Kept the distance because not recognising the number plate. It's a Tesla, and one of these things will set you back around about 70 grand. Whereas not such a marvel of modern technology. This has been introduced in a historical period when there's a lack of infrastructure and the cost of these vehicles are pretty high. As purchase and maintenance, after 5 years you have to change the battery. And this particular model could even set you back around about $25,000, even more. And obviously it has problems with its range. There is a fire hazard. If these lithium batteries overheat, it will burst into flames. It's notoriously known. They do catch fire. There's a lot of videos going around about these things. And regarding any insurance for these vehicles, at least it's twice as much as a petrol or diesel car. If you go to the United Kingdom or in America, for starters, insurance premiums for these things to insure these things are pretty high. And then notoriously of damaging the roads, because there was a British government report, the cost of repairing public highways due to heavy electric cars is a very hefty bill. And obviously the lack of infrastructure to charge these things, the demand for electricity is going to be pretty high if everyone goes electric. We're talking about 75% of demand increase. Can the grids of every single country in the Western world can handle it? That's another discussion. It's just a heavy piece of hardware, very expensive to maintain. Parts are very dear, and post services are very dear because it's all electronic and computerized. Battery life I didn't mention. After 5 years you have to change it. It's got a limited range. It has issues when it's cold weathered because you will lose 40% of your charge. It must be kept at a stable temperature, this vehicle, otherwise risk of hazard I didn't mention. And when it comes to be towed away by a tow truck, you can't just hook it up. It has to be practically lifted up by a mechanical crane with belts passed underneath it and put upon the loading bay of the thingy bob. And there's a thing of a killer switch on these things. Obviously, Big Brother does monitor through GPS transponders which they got on board, and the future motoring I don't think will catch on. It will take many generations to convert one form of energy to another system of transport, basically, really. So it's a technology which it's far into the future and will take many generations to catch on. Obviously there is alternatives. Hydrogen, which doesn't need so many batteries, is easy to produce as element. There's abundance in nature and could even cost less than petrol to produce. And obviously you have more great autonomy with hydrogen. The technology is fully developed, but they're going for these rare materials, which is a lot more rarer than petrol itself, and all those products which come from it. You have to dig into the earth to arrive to this.